recognize that picture.
Wow.
I recognize a few of those pictures.
Wow. Did you see that? Wow.
Yeah, what a fun intro.
Hey, we have audio? I'm just making sure.
Audio.
Yeah, yes.
Checking a little late.
That's good. It's good. I feel like I'm turning violet. I got this huge shirt.
Look at you. Yeah,
and
Violet. We're going to squeeze you to get
yeah,
stockberries.
just loompa. Yeah, exactly. So,
We're really close together.
But we're all like close friends now.
We're like friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you want to buy a bigger piece of glass to make the tabletop bigger, you go right out.
I like this. I like
this because this is like 5-card stud
We
table
just need
here,
a
man.
we need a 5-foot table, not those. This
is all good.
I like the wood barrel.
It's all good.
No, we're going to keep the wood barrel. He's got to get a bigger
Where
piece
did
of
you get the
glass.
wood barrels at?
The Barrel Guys.
The Barrel Guys.
And they're freaking awesome. If you have never been there, they're in Port
Yep.
Richey. We found them by accident. Cheap, inexpensive.
They gave us one way back. I'm talking way back when they were first starting for Hellview.
Yeah.
And it was in our haunt for years. I mean, I think it just deteriorated, and that was outside.
I told them that we needed a thing for one of our shows, and then there you go. So we just had to get. I have G2's working on a big tabletop for us, like the remember the glass Superman one I had.
Yeah.
He's going to work a wood top for that.
Nice.
So it'll be nice.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Hey everybody! Yes.
Another fun week.
Someone owes me $1.
That was my cell phone going.
Well, that's not
my watch going off.
Hey, I turned
mine's
everything
quiet.
off. Mine's all quiet. Look at this. I don't know, man.
Mine's quiet. Yours is going to
You
be
guys-
quiet.
But we do have some awesome shirts today.
I do. I got my Rebel shirt.
You got your Rebel shirt.
Even
You
though-
got Outcast Paranormal,
Yes.
which we're going to be talking
Which I
about
got
today.
The new hat
You got
from
the
them
new
too.
hat. The new
I had
hat's awesome.
2 hats from them. I
Yes.
got that one and I got the other one. So
Mine's obscure, old school Ravenloft domain lords from Dungeons and Dragons done chibi style. So
I like it.
I like Strahd and I like Soth.
I got that.
Aslan,
I got that
Arkin
game.
Lucas, Adam, and then Lord Mordant, and I don't remember her name. So
You say Adam. The only Adam that pops in mind is
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
This is basically
That
the same thing because it was Adam was the original name for Frankenstein's monster. So that's now in the new Ravenloft
Yeah,
they're all gender flipped.
I
So,
know this is not on the list. Why do they call Frankenstein? Because that's the doctor.
He's Frankenstein's monster.
I know, but they never say
his
the
name
monster.
was
They
Adam.
call him.
They called him Adam.
Frankenstein,
Yeah, they
right?
called him Adam. Well, in the movies they never did. He was called Adam, and he was called the monster, and that was in the Universal classics. And then in the book, he's just known as Adam.
Marie said hi.
Oh, Marie! Hi, Marie!
Marie,
We love it. We're going to be showing some of your stuff here in a bit.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Because we're going all in on Outcast and others. So
Yeah, I think we got LeBlanc, we got Marie and her crew, which
Yep.
is a weird, and I apologize. That was just we just didn't have a big enough set for.
Oh, yeah, 'cause we were in a tight
like
place.
A lot
really
of people
good.
in one spot.
And then I think we're going to do Connor and
Connor Flynn.
Yep, and then
Big fan.
Connor's
RPG.
great.
Okay, well, we'll talk
Ryan.
about all
But
this.
anyway,
You
we're
guys are
gonna
like,
get
what
there.
is all that? Don't worry about it. You're going to figure it out soon.
What are they talking about, man?
Yeah. No, it's all good. So,
are you talking about?
but this first topic,
Oh, so Mike brought this
Mike
to the
brought
table.
this one to the table, and
I thought we were going to do that one last and do
no,
the movies
do
for
it.
now.
Let's get it.
No,
Let's
we're
get
gonna
it.
get the
We're gonna rip the Band-Aid
10
off.
coolest lightsabers ranked in order. Now, this is from Dual Shocker.
Yes.
And I agree.
So is it going like that? Dual Shocker? No, I'm sorry.
The Neapolitan.
Yeah, right.
Where you have the
So I guess
pink side
it'd
and white
be
side.
more like this.
whatever. So
Did I do that out loud?
we're not
Did I say that out loud?
we just lost half our viewership right
Well,
there. so.
probably. Now we gained 4 more, and I don't think so.
all right, good. Well, maybe.
Well,
yeah.
we know where this is going. So I don't know if maybe our TD back there can bring up that I didn't take a look at this because when you put this
Well,
in,
last week was Star Wars Day.
Yeah, it was May the 4th last week. Yeah, Revenge of the 5th
And Attack of the Sixth.
Attack of the 6th,
and-
whatever.
yeah.
It's
Oh, geez.
silly. They got to spread it out and
May the 4th. That's
us
the only one
Trekkie
that
people,
matters.
we just hide. So, but I am a Star Wars fan too, so I can't.
I like both.
And there's a lot of cool Star Wars lightsabers out there.
Are there?
Oh, yeah.
But hokey religions and
And
ancient weapons,
just
no
beyond what you've
excuse for
seen
a
in the
good
movies.
blaster exercise.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. So, but anyway, let's
Talk,
start this.
Mike. This is your subject.
Can we pull the list up?
I don't know. You got to ask your TD nicely.
Yeah, hey,
Mr.
Wonderful.
TD,
Great cage.
controller of all great and wonderful. Can you bring up that article so we can actually see it?
if not, we can just
If
talk.
not, we can just
lightsabers.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I guess we're just going to talk about it.
I guess we're just talking about it. So that's all.
All
good.
right, so we'll pull up my top 3 then.
What were your top 3?
My top 3, the third one
The
was
third best lightsaber.
Plo Koon.
Plo Koon, who is he?
Who is he?
We saw him in Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
What's great about his lightsaber is that how they were made. They're for fighting underwater.
So he had two.
Yes.
Oh, so he was the
I
fish
think
guy.
Yes.
He was the fish guy.
We do have that image.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think he'll bring that up here in a second.
Yeah.
He may be
Yeah.
struggling.
He
back
was
there.
really, that one was interesting just for the fact it was for underwater fighting,
Okay.
because most of the other ones weren't made for that,
Why was it? What's the difference?
because he lived underwater.
I mean, but what is the difference to make them so that they work underwater?
That part I don't know. I never studied
okay.
the
So
history
here's the question:
of that.
lightsaber is a lightsaber is a lightsaber.
Exactly. So I'm like,
Above
putting them
ground,
underwater
below
is just
ground.
going to make a bunch of sizzling.
If water is going to put them out, that doesn't make them all and mighty.
No,
Yeah. And then, all right. So then number 2.
Asajj Ventress.
Okay,
what?
that's the goth chick.
Yes.
From I'm sorry, goth
Yes.
Sith warrior.
So hers are.
Is she a Death Eater?
She has a whole curve on hers, but she can actually connect them into one.
okay, so hers, she's got the fencing grip like
Yeah.
Dooku, which
Dooku
is
does.
because she's an actual fencer.
And hers
Because
is
that was
She mints fences.
that's why I love Dooku's sabers, because they were actual fencing foils, which was because he could actually fight, unlike 90% of the rest of.
So
the Star
you
Wars
guys were
fans.
talking about and again, this is what we do: is that we
it's bunny
rabbit
trail.
holes. So these people, let's go to the real side. Like some of these people knew how to fence already.
Yeah, Liam-
and they had to teach them to unlearn.
fence. Yeah, because the original choreographer for Star Wars, the first one, was there wasn't really a full choreographer. They were teaching because it was Ben Kenobi, who was Alec Guinness, who was ancient, and
that guy.
David Prowse
Yeah.
in the suit,
Right.
and he could actually sword fight. And Alec Guinness had known some stage sword fighting, but
Okay.
they decided to make it more samurai because that was kind of the look.
Yeah.
There's my boy. Yeah, but so then when they go to make the prequels years later, they did Jedi and Empire. Then suddenly they got a real choreographer, and that's why suddenly there's flips. There's some other things, and that was. They made it very samurai.
Oh, okay.
They went full samurai
Gotcha.
in that. And then in Jedi, it went over the top. They did a little more martial arts, but again, it was still a lot of just samurai.
So
when they do the prequels,
Ray Park.
Ray Park comes in, and he's a martial artist.
So he was the choreographer originally. He wasn't supposed to be in the movie, but
Yeah.
they couldn't find anybody to play Darth Maul. So you know all the moves. Why don't you
You
just
just be-
But what was
do it. We're gonna
funny
put crap all
is
over you
he's
anyway.
just a flash the swords
yeah.
around, and he looks like, and he's a martial artist. But again, it's not really a sword fighting style. It was Darth Maul's technique he came up with, which was actually more for sticks.
Yeah.
And then Liam Neeson
Combos
comes in, who actually
are-
can sword fight. Liam Neeson knows how to use a claymore, he knows how to use a fencing foil and all this, but they toned him down. They had to teach him how not to sword fight. To sword fight.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know.
And then that's why when the second one comes out and they bring in Christopher Lee, who
Gotcha.
could also fence, they gave him they let him. He's like,
You go at it.
I'm doing my own thing. Screw you.
Well, it'd be kind of cool to see, the people that knew how to know how to do it,
styles.
and don't know how to do it, and it's different styles. I mean, that's why mixed martial art became a good thing
Exactly.
because all these different styles started fighting each other, and it's like, oh, well,
And with Star Wars, you get all
Lee
the
was
different
the-
styles from single-handed lightsaber, dual lightsaber. Then you have
light
what's-
staff,
Yeah.
the staff.
Yeah, this
Style,
yeah.
not
and that's
single law.
and that's exactly what Christopher Lee was the first guy to say
and
no to
Kylo
George
Ren
Lucas.
special one.
Yeah, which
The
is
one that burns his wrist every time
Yeah.
he tries
yeah,
to
which
use
is
it,
which is
would
Claymore
happen.
style,
Right.
which is exactly another fencing
All right,
style.
so who's your third?
Darth Maul. Just because the first scene when you see it in Phantom Menace, both sabers lighting up, it was just
and the choir
kick-ass.
kicks
Yeah.
in for the first time
Oh
ever in
yeah,
Star Wars.
Duel of Fates.
Because it was so,
His comes apart.
ritual.
though, right?
No, his does
So
not
that's
come
what I
apart.
meant, so
yes,
it's a staff.
Asajj Ventress can put hers together and come apart, but his is just
Well, that would
one.
be kind of weird. It'd be kind of a curved, almost
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like a batla.
Right.
Yeah, hers
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
forms
Yeah.
like an S.
Her
type
and
thing.
Worf would
would be
have been a
like
good
made
fight.
for each
Yeah.
other.
But I think when Phantom Menace came out, they ruined the lightsaber by showing it on the previews. They should
Yeah,
never
yeah, they
showed
should
it on the
never
trailer.
showed him
they
doing
should
that.
have just kept that a secret in the movie. Let
That would've
everybody
been-
geek out on that.
Gotcha.
Would've been
Well,
a
to be
perfect
fair,
thing.
that we all joked about. Remember that time when we saw the preview for Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
You were never more psyched about a Star Wars movie
Yep.
ever than
No,
that
no,
first
you're
trailer.
absolutely correct.
And then the movie came out, and we never wanted to see it again.
Yep, it was horrible.
But it hurt us.
But there's so-
it hurt us
it made
bad.
me sad.
There's
Show
still
me
so
on the
many.
Jar Jar where he hurt you.
Right.
Yeah, and
I love Jar Jar.
yeah.
There's
So-
still so many cool lightsabers out there.
Hold
though.
on.
No, so-
Now, what's your top?
No, my 3 was Dooku because he has the fencing.
Which his
Yes.
in every article you look up top lightsaber, his is always in there.
Oh, because it's so
Yeah.
unique, and it's actually a real working fencing grip. It is a Spanish style fencing, and as a fencer,
It's got a big tang on it, too.
yeah, exactly. He knew what he was doing, and then my second and third are from the expanded universe of Knights of the Old Republic, the original.
Such a good game.
Darth Revan's sword, which is the bottom right there, is incredible. And
Yeah.
and when you get that in the game and you start upgrading that thing, it becomes
Looks like to
That-
me you could just do damage
you
without
can.
the
That's
saber
the
being
point.
on.
You can
That's-
literally beat people to
just
death with that.
stab
Good
And then
God.
that top right is my other one, which is that's Darth Malik's, and he's a badass. And again, those two are just awesome Sith sabers. And again, you can use them single, dual-handed. There's a couple different fighting styles with
Okay.
those.
And why
So
does the
you can
Sith have
actually
the best
use those.
ones?
Because
No,
the
no,
Sith
no,
are
no,
badass.
no. They don't have the best one.
Yeah,
They have the best
No,
looking
They have
so-
the best looking
so
ones.
mine is Mace Windu.
Oh, Mace Windu.
So
is great
why
'cause he
him?
has the
so
purple.
because
because it's purple?
because these were people that were in the gray world. Mm-hmm. They're grays.
And I
I
love.
know. I know we're gonna go.
I don't think Mace was gray though.
Absolutely, he was.
But we never really got to see much of him anyway.
Well, he's
this party's over.
yeah. Right.
So,
So and then I did. Someone help me. Cage help me. Qui-Gon.
Oh, Qui-Gon.
Because Qui-Gon definitely is
Again,
gray.
used a proper claymore grip.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but again, they had to teach him how not to fight like that.
Right. And because he was a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Because he decided not to. He just disobeyed and took on Anakin
That's
anyway.
a good way to do it.
You know, and then my third one is
I knew you were picking this one. I even told Cage today when we were talking, your dad's picking the dark saber.
Yeah, the
I
dark
know
saber.
it.
Dark
I
saber.
knew you were picking that one, which also is always ranked in the top ones now.
Yeah, because it's so
So
unique.
here's what's going to be funny. I'm going to back up just a little bit, and someone's going to come out real quick.
Oh, someone has something to say on this? Well, the fun
But-
thing about the dark saber is that they originally were pitching it as a vibroblade,
Yeah.
and then but Lucas said no, you can't have something that can fight a lightsaber. You have to have something only another lightsaber can fight a lightsaber. So that's when they came up with the dark saber.
Yeah, I mean, but like, dark saber, it's kind of like, whack at this point because like it's broken.
Yeah, it's already got smashed.
Like, I mean, it's
He
what
smashed
is.
it like a freaking.
Hi everyone.
I haven't,
Oh, yeah, hey, who's
I haven't
this?
watched the new
I haven't
Mandalorian.
been here in
so
like years. So
I
this is
know.
kinda
What the
odd.
heck is this?
This is nice.
the old studio.
Old studio.
The old studio.
You know how long it's been since I've been on a show?
When?
It was in Sims Park.
No, you've been
You
on.
don't even remember that.
No, you've been
studio.
on Nerd Talk before when I've been on it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
you popped on a couple times.
Yeah,
you
you've been
have.
on a couple. You did one of the anniversary episodes you
Yeah.
were on too. So
I
The
did,
Christmas
yeah.
one, I think, too.
Yeah, and always the Christmas one because
always the holiday specials and all
everyone had to come out and be a part of it. And
So
it was,
this is the Mother's Day special you're here for.
Happy Mother's Day,
There
Mom.
we go. Yeah.
This is your present. That's going to be an argument.
Okay,
later.
so
Anyhow,
why are
have
you?
fun with
Why
that
did you
one.
jump off?
All right, so
why
I-
is this
I-
topic so impassioned?
because
for you?
I love Star Wars and I love the lightsabers and I love the lore behind the lightsabers. I've chosen my own three. I threw them in last second.
What?
My number 3. It's kind of a Sith saber if you want to get technical, but it was in like the one of the old, or not like the old, but like the newer series. It's Rey's Sith saber. If we want to show that real quick, when she has her vision.
Oh, yeah,
she's
the
Palpatine's-
dual.
Yeah, where she's Palpatine's granddaughter, and she finds out officially. And then she kind of like has these visions where she's like getting attacked by her old self, and she's trying to be a Skywalker and a Palpatine. And she's kind of like mixing up between the two.
I forgot about hers.
Yeah, hers is really cool.
I've only watched that movie once, and I just blocked it from memory after
so,
that.
when,
cool,
when I
though.
watched it originally, by the way, I hate both of you. You talk shit about Phantom Menace. That was my childhood, all right?
I understand.
We had that on DVD, and I was proud to watch
But
it.
see, that's the
you
thing.
were 5,
Phantom
that's fine.
Menace
Yeah, and
was
then I got
made
older and I
for
went,
you.
wow, this was-
It was
It was made for you.
shit.
It wasn't made for us.
Made for your generation, which is perfect. That's why it worked. It's why
It was
people
meant
love
for
it.
people like me. We have the tism, baby.
Yep,
that's
that's-
all we know. Pretty colors. Oh,
It worked. It worked.
There
It
were
did what
good
it was
parts
supposed
in
to.
it, and there were bad things.
really
in it.
shitty part to it.
Yeah, the
Don't worry,
dialogue.
you can say it. We're all
the
there.
dialogue. That's all you know. It's. I always joke that the bit
Jar Jar
where
Binks.
when they're in the second one, Attack of the Clones, there's the bit when they are like hanging out by the waterfall.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
your cue to take your bathroom break because you got 20 minutes before anything
20
happens.
minutes of just pure
Yeah,
dialogue.
Of pure
Well,
cringe dialogue.
Even then, before they get into the arena, you have like a little bit of time because there's build up
Yeah.
for that as well.
The arena was the best part. The very beginning, the chase scene in the beginning was
Yeah.
great.
The
and the arena,
was like second to me. The best scene was the Yoda flips.
Oh yeah, the Yoda
Oh,
flips.
man,
Oh yeah,
those CG
again
Yoda
with
flips.
freaking Christopher Lee doing fencing maneuvers.
Yes.
where
Christopher Lee is such a badass.
he's
He
so
really
great.
is.
He really was.
He was. I mean, he was a real.
Put out a metal album.
He was at 82.
Yeah.
He was a World War II spy that we do not know all he did in World War II because it's still freaking classified.
Never gonna know.
And we're never going to know. He also was one of the people to see the last guillotine killings in France that we know of. He was actually
right.
there for that.
That's right.
And there's a lot of crazy stuff about him.
All right, back to Star Wars.
Yeah, sorry.
Back to your list.
I could go on that for hours. Next episode, Christopher Lee, a deep dive.
A deep dive. My second pick is Ezra's prototype lightsaber, where he has the plasma cannon built into his lightsaber.
Oh,
Ezra is from the
Rebels.
animated
Yes,
Rebels.
the
yeah.
Rebel series. He went into the Jedi Temple, found his kyber crystal, walked out with it, and said, "You know what? I don't like the traditional lightsabers. I want mine to be practical because I grew up on the streets
Okay.
where I had a blaster on me. So I used that and made it into that. And that kind of
definitely different.
What's
I
there's
think-
that gun that shoots lightsabers, I think, in one of the EU.
Yes.
EU that was like it was like a
Yes.
starship cannon that
I
shoots
was
lightsabers.
gonna-
I'm like, that's fucking.
I was gonna add that it's like a model 870 Remington
Yeah.
style that shoots kyber crystal.
Yeah.
And it pierces through. It broke Obi-Wan's lightsaber in like some form of comic. I don't know too much about it.
That was in one of the comics, I think they
Yeah.
used it, but it was also in one of the shows. And I remember even Twisted Toy Fair Theater joked about it, like, what if you could use a lightsaber in a gun, man? We've got the ultimate weapon.
Oh yeah, it was great. And my number one pick, it's near and dear to my heart. Go ahead and put it on the screen. There it is, the Fallen Order.
Oh,
Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis.
Oh my goodness, it is an amazing lightsaber. I'm disappointed in both of you for not putting it up there, but I
So I
understand.
thought about that, but his new one's even better.
His new
in the
one's-
new
his
game.
New one's cool. I haven't played the new
And so
game yet.
Disney put it out on May the 4th.
Yep.
1,700 of them, $400.
Sold out before it even hit the website. So
But his is so beautiful. Game's so damn good.
It is a good game. It is a good lightsaber. Again, any of the video game lightsabers are pretty good. Any of the old Republic, the old original MMO,
Yeah.
some of those were pretty cool. The upgrades, like the Counselor sword and the other Jedi swords, were pretty awesome. The Sith stuff was, of course, excellent. So
I almost put in. I forgot what in the old Republic games. I forgot what her name is, but yeah, she has the other the Darth Maul style. that's
Bastila.
Yes,
Bastila's
I almost
sword.
put her
Yeah.
down there just because of how she used it well in the games, and of course the cinematics for the game
That was the cinematics.
Fantastic.
That was Blur Studios who does the cinematics for everything. They did
Yeah.
the Warcraft cinematics.
It
They did
was-
all
So I
this.
was almost going to put, what's her name that's in getting her own TV show now?
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ahsoka, yeah.
Because of her white blades, how she cleaned the crystal, used her force power to change
Yeah.
it from red to white.
That was kind of
healing
cool.
it.
Again, the blade wasn't very cool though, but it was a neat color. But it was like Mace Windu's. I think his actual saber is very generic saber. But the fact that he's like, I want to make it purple.
Yeah.
And they were like, there are no purple crystals, Mace. He's like, no,
Well,
I
man,
want
I am
purple.
getting a
And George
purple.
Lucas
Samuel
went.
Jackson.
Yeah. I was like, his line should have said, though, hand me my lightsaber over there. Well, which one's yours, Mace? It's the one that says bad motherfucker. So that's what it should totally have said in Arabic on the side. It should have said bad motherfucker. Would have been awesome.
It would have been great. It would have been great. Oh my god,
Well, thank you for joining us for
Thank
this
you for
trip
having
down the dark
You
side
got to
of
come
the
visit
Force.
more often.
I do. Y'all
Don't
want
be
to
a
see a magic
stranger.
trick?
Yeah, let's see a magic
All
trick.
right, close your eyes.
Everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes at home.
All right.
Don't look. Don't look. Are y'all
Eyes are
closing
closed.
your eyes? You're all still closing your eyes?
I
This
see
is-
that you have
this
them
is an
open. Wait, where's
Incredible
my camera?
trick.
Oh my God! I've aged 50
Wow,
years.
how did you do that?
50, more like 80 years.
Oh, whoa!
Oh wow! Wow!
Ouch! Ouch!
Jeez, dude.
Well, up next, we were recently at the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference,
Yes,
the
we were.
third annual,
All three of us.
and they have expanded.
All
and gotten
4 of
bigger.
us. Cage was
Oh,
there.
that's
Yeah, Cage was there too.
Cage wasn't there.
No, wasn't there?
No,
Who was?
No.
no, it was whatever. But anyway, we had fun,
Yes.
and you got to interview
Okay,
like
so
a lot of the big names.
there's one guy that was there. I mean, I wanted to interview everybody, but
Yeah,
you know,
but
like,
they're
some,
busy.
Some
They were
would, you know,
busy.
some would talk to. So the first one we're going to do. So his RPG is what he's called.
Yeah, but
It's Raman Gomeleski.
Gomeleski, yeah.
Right. So
Ryan.
every time we try to get this guy somewhere, he's always MC guy.
Well, he was the MC, so yeah,
Right.
he
He was
constant.
moving and moving
Yeah.
and moving and moving and moving. But you know what? I sat down with him and I got a quick interview, and we're going to play it right now. So go ahead, Cage.
Yeah, right.
All right. So guess what? We have finally wrangled him down. Ryan Goldenbeski. I'm sorry. I started laughing. Oh my God. So you, dude, don't stop. There's only one other person in this room today that has more energy than you, and that is Connor.
Oh, Connor, my
That
illegitimate
dude
son.
just literally does not stop. But you, finally, we got you down. RPG.
Yeah. Good to
How
see
you doing,
sir.
buddy? So I have to ask,
Yeah.
how'd you get RPG?
It was really easy, actually. My parents said we want to name him after my mom's family, which is Ryan. My father's name is Paul, and my last name is Goldenbeski. So RPG. I got lucky with it.
I figured it was like you were out in the woods, you know, you're on a big hunt, you know, a Bigfoot hunt. Next thing you know, you pull out the big gun or something, you know?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I was more in the dating field, I would say, well, no, it stands for role-playing games, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep, I do.
Or for now, it's really rocket-propelled goodness.
There you
'cause,
go.
You know, and that's I just like spreading that among all this, you know, and all these people. If we all came together, it would just be magical, in my opinion.
Right.
And we might get to the answers sooner.
Maybe.
You know,
One day.
Maybe if we could share.
Yeah. So for the people at home that don't know you, you have a beautiful career.
I've been trying.
You know, in my world. I mean,
Yeah.
I've known you since Expedition Bigfoot. And There's
Yep.
some other stuff going on. Let's talk about all the stuff that you've been involved with.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
that you can talk about. I know
Yeah,
some
no,
of it we'd
sure.
have to take you to the train station on, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Throw me at the bottom of the well. No, after Expedition Bigfoot, that was kind of it. You know, for me, I've just lifelong passion, worked my way up through Hollywood and producing and everything, made all the right connections. For those of you listening, make friends. That's all that matters.
Isn't that
Be
a big?
good to
That
people.
is a big deal.
Lift people up, because
Right.
one day when they're making calls, yeah, we're casting this new show, Expedition Bigfoot. Who can we get? And your name keeps popping up. It's
Right.
because you spread the rocket propelled goodness. But anyway, when that didn't happen, and I fell short of that Olympus moment, it was rebuild time. And for
Right.
me, it was like, yeah, let's throw another couple of kids on the fire there as well, and then rebuild. But maybe it's for the best.
Right.
You know, definitely okay with it now. But
Yeah.
I think I'll be really happy when I hit the paychecks again and stuff like that. But started a group, Outcast Paranormal, with
Yes.
downtown Stacy Brown Jr. And the boys, and we're doing something called the podcast. You
Right.
know, where
I love the podcast.
dude, Joey.
I cannot believe that was available.
I can't believe it. He said as a joke, he's like, I might have nailed it, but probably not. And he just sent it to us, and all of us, university, were like. And now, I mean, in the artistic world, it takes time, you know.
It
Things are
does.
first out the gates, but whatever. Left brain people, right?
Right.
But yeah, the podcast, it's really fun. It's we're much more casual and crass, and more. You're going to feel like you're sitting around the campfire having a drink and enjoying yourself.
Right.
But we're also spreading the truth and the word, and you know, doing what everyone's trying to do, but with a little more of a old school Howard Stern kind of, you know.
That's what he was
little edgy.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
I talked to him earlier. We had him on
Yep.
on the show. So.
And besides that, it's just getting more documentaries out, because, I mean, look, we're at this conference today, and I've never heard anyone talk about the paranormal, supernatural aspect of it off the stage. Yeah, and murmurs in the crowd, but it's now moved onto the
Yes.
stage. The orbs everybody is seeing with Bigfoot, you know, there's something else going on, and we're starting to open up to it. So that's amazing. And we want to be kind of trailblazers on that because, we're a bunch of fucking hot shit rednecks. Guess what? We were going to build a homemade tracking collar, catch a wild pig with our bare hands,
Oh my God.
put the collar on it, and release it in a Bigfoot habitat. Like, you don't have to work for Discovery. You don't have to work for Nat Geo to do that.
Right.
I feel like we're really kind of living our lives in cruise control, and for the scientific method to thrive again, and for a new age of discovery to
Right.
come, we got to get back out there and just get off the books and follow our gut instincts and go for it.
Right.
So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is we're very raw.
Yeah.
So if
There's
you
nothing
like,
wrong with that.
I don't, in a time of misinformation, when it feels like everyone's
Yes.
lying to you,
Right.
if something can ooze and taste like the truth, feel like the truth, then I think that will have legs and can carry, And that's what I'm
Dude.
hoping. I want a career again. I want to feed my babies.
Right. Right. Yeah. How many you got now?
Oh my goodness! I got 3, and then I have another baby girl that's going to be born in July.
So awesome.
Well, that's it. Got to get everything in now.
I know.
'cause-
Get it in now, baby.
yeah.
Oh my God. So
Yeah, life is good.
where can people find you?
Yeah. I'm kind of a ghost. I act like Bigfoot, which I'm sorry and I'm learning to get better at. I have a few accounts online, like through Facebook. You can find me under Ryan Paul Golembeski or RPG. I've got a page which you have to have if you have more friends. So I'm learning about that. Bear with me. I'm a bit of a Luddite. I would rather take you all into the woods and sit and meditate for a sec and just listen to the sounds of the world. It's beautiful. It's the original big screen TV,
Yeah,
right?
baby.
But for now, I will slowly crawl like my babies toward becoming better at it. And this is beautiful what you have. Like, it's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I want you to be a part of it.
Well, and and yes, and I'll say that, so I'll say it live. We have to team up on something because I think
Absolutely.
our combined enthusiasm might
Heck
rip
yeah,
a
dude.
fabric in the hole of
Oh,
awesome.
we could be the new big Nat Geo and Discovery. Like, hey, we want you guys now.
You're like, who are these guys?
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, too much goodness, too much truth.
That's
you
it.
know?
Brother, thank you for stopping by. I know you're one
Yeah.
busy dude. Hey, man, stick around. We got more people coming up. It's been a great event. We'll be right back after this. So we're gonna jump really quick. We're gonna
'Cause
go
we've got so
right
many
to
of these to
mid.
get
Well, yeah,
through.
because we don't want to eat the whole show up, but we're gonna go to mid Florida, Bigfoot. So go ahead. Hey everybody, guess what? I've got Marie Dumont and I got mid Florida Bigfoot research team. What
Yes.
did you say? Believe. I believe.
Believe.
I believe.
We
right?
all believe.
That's
Absolutely.
right. So tell me, who is the mid Florida Bigfoot research team?
Oh, well, we are a bunch of serious, dedicated Florida Bigfoot and skunk ape researchers. We go out every single weekend.
Now, I mean every
Every
single weekend.
single weekend.
I remember
we
you
go
guys.
out.
I watched one of your posts, and I'm like, I can't believe they're out there tromping around. That's when it was flooded out there, and you guys were still out there.
Absolutely. We go out as a team, or if it's just me, I'll go out by myself.
Not supposed to go by
Nobody else can
yourself.
go,
Don't you hear
so
everybody say that? Don't go by yourself.
Yeah, but I'm crazy. I do that kind of
This
thing.
is the lady
so.
that disappears at night. She disappears at night. All you see is a little green light.
So we're gonna give him that microphone because you have a story that I heard down in Punta Gorda that you went out by yourself, if I'm correct, and you heard stuff that would literally make your blood curdle, and you kind of went the opposite direction. Is that right?
It was not more of what I heard as what I saw.
That's even scarier.
It was me and my dog, and we went into an area behind a kind of ritzy neighborhood, and I may have been not allowed to be there, but it's okay. We were just, we're having fun.
Maybe I shouldn't
It
have been
happened,
there,
yeah.
but you know,
All
heck.
right.
We do that at times.
I was exploring. Well, when I went back into the area, I had my dog with me. I had just walked up on 2 footprints that were 19 inches by 99 3/4 wide.
Good Lord.
And every part of my body said, "Don't, you're done. That's it. We got these. We'll wait for a friend before you keep going."
Right.
And I had my dog, her name's Miley, had her on her collar, on her leash, and I was holding it. And I just got my pictures, about to walk off. She stopped and was just sitting there growling, a real low tone, just little bitty, little tiny noise. And I'm like, oh no, I just felt it. I was already knowing something.
Yeah.
So about 40 yards away, 30 yards away, not even, there's about a 10-foot tall bush line. And out of the bush line, there's 3 trees that come up, and they're probably 40, 50 foot tall. The one in the middle, well, first, we heard, we heard a stomp is what it sounds like to me.
Right,
Boom.
right.
It
Yep.
sounded like something. Boom. I jumped, she jumped, and then that middle tree shook, and it went back and forth, and then it did it again.
Yep.
It looked like me with a little switch,
Right.
and on the third time it went all the way over to the ground and hit the ground, and a noise followed that I can't even mimic. The
Right.
growling yell it did, but the dog was so terrified she turned and ran and hung herself on the collar. I literally had, I'm gonna tell you as a man, I had tears in my eyes.
Oh my.
Like my eyes were watered up.
That's crazy.
That's the first time I've ever felt primal fear.
Primal, yeah, and that's a fear that unless you felt it,
See?
you have yeah, goosebumps everywhere.
Yeah, you don't forget that. My dog hasn't forgot it. She gets their smell. She'll go to a certain point. She stops.
She's done.
Nope, not me again, Dad.
So see, this is how we do. We bunny trust. So I'm going to give that back to Marie. Now, Marie, you're going to introduce everybody.
Okay, so this is Mike Aguilar, Chris Hensley in the back here, Dr. Bill Hewitt, Bettina, how do you say your last name? Layer, I'm sorry, and Ruby Joe Brew. And this is
Ruby Joe.
Yes.
I've heard about you. We talked about you a couple
Yes.
weeks ago.
And this is the Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research
Mid-Florida.
Team. Like I said, we're out every single weekend, and we find everything. Prints and structures and, everything you pop. Lots of snakes.
I did
Lots of
see
snakes
one earlier.
lately.
Yeah, you did one last
Lots
week.
of
I'm like,
snakes.
yeah, I'd have been done.
Mike stepped on the moccasin.
Apparently they like me. I keep finding them.
So I'm not going with you ever. Just saying. So what area of Florida do you guys kind of research in?
Well, we kind of do different areas, but because Bill and Bettina, they're down in Miami, so
Oh.
they tend to do a lot of research in the Everglades
Gotcha.
area. Big Cypress, where else? Bear Island.
Bear Island. Yep.
Yeah.
Big Cypress.
Okay.
We cover West Palm area.
You know why they call it
Palm
Bear
Beach
Island?
County.
Because there's bears up there. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
keep looking. I haven't found one.
Found a panther though, didn't you?
3 panthers, though.
Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. So rain or shine?
So we're based around the Tampa area.
Okay.
So we'll go to the Green Swamp, we'll go to Cold Creek, we'll go to Pasco County, areas in Hillsborough County,
Right.
Mayaca. We've gone down to the Everglades to do research with David Shealy. So we spent a lot of time with him. So
How do people go and watch what you're doing? Where can people find you?
okay, so we are on Facebook, the Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research Group. That's where you can see our research videos, our photos, etc. We also have a YouTube channel, and you can subscribe there. And that's where I post short, little research videos straight to the point that shows you exactly what it is that we found
Right.
out there. And it's something usually to us outstanding
Right.
or really unique.
Right.
So you can subscribe, you can watch those videos.
Okay.
We also have a website. It's called the midfloridabigfoot.com website.
Yep.
There's a research gallery there. You can look at all our pictures. You can read our bios and just see all the podcasts and the media that we have been involved
Right.
with.
Absolutely.
So anyway,
So out of the group, who's the most fearless?
Mike. I'm pretty
I mean, she
fearless.
goes out by herself. So
I'm pretty
She
fearless.
hasn't had. I went back out after I had
you
it
went back out there?
After I couldn't stop. I had to go back,
Oh my.
but I went back with someone, but
Oh, okay.
a few people.
A few people, like 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
a football team with me.
But that's not even the worst encounter though. So
Wow.
I was 15 feet away from something one night. Well,
15
that could
feet.
be another story.
Oh, so here's the thing, I told Marie this when she was on the show. We're going to have you guys come in, and we'll either come to you or everybody come to the studio, and we're going to have a nice fireside chat and talk about all the adventures that we can talk about in an hour. Maybe we'll do 2 episodes and do 2 hours worth. So,
Awesome.
Because I am totally 100% in. I keep telling her, I'm coming out. And when you coming out, I'm working. I'm working. I'm but I am coming out, and I am going to bring a crew.
We've been blessed with some pretty cool encounters.
That is
I know
absolutely-
Bill's had some amazing encounters. We've all had our own type of encounters, but as far as physically seeing,
Right.
being in the presence of something we know,
Yep.
me and Bill has done that.
Okay, so I'm going to ask between 1 and 10, this conference, what do you think?
Oh, it's
The best one they've had.
Yes,
Yep.
definitely the best one.
Definitely
they've
the
had
best
so
one.
far.
That's absolutely phenomenal. I know Martin will love to hear that because this is our first time, and we literally talked business going. We may change the business model for our TV station and go more of this world than the business
I
world
mean,
that we're in.
look from last year to this year. What, 500 last year, 2,000 this year almost?
2,200 so far.
That's crazy.
About
That's a small. That's
700
the.
last year, 700
Yeah.
or 800 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for stopping by.
Well, thanks for
Said
having
you,
us.
yeah, you guys are awesome. So hey, look, follow these people. Go look at what they're doing because what they're doing is absolute. There you go, absolutely phenomenal. Thanks for watching. We'll be back after these messages. Bye.
They
What a
are the
great-
real deal,
Dude,
I love them.
you know what?
They're every weekend in
Exactly.
the swamps.
There's no messing around.
No, they
don't do it part time. They don't have to call each other and go, "Hey, you guys want to go out? Oh, I've got it. It's my birthday weekend." No, they go out and do shit.
They
So-
message me every week with findings and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's
That is
awesome.
awesome.
So follow them.
So
follow them.
we're gonna have to bump one because we're running out of time. So the next we're gonna do is we're gonna do Ronnie LeBlanc, which to me,
Hey, it's
this right
another
here,
real deal.
it made my weekend. All right, Cage, go ahead and roll that bad boy. All right, everybody, guess who we got? We got Ronnie LeBlanc. You know, normally these guys are so covered up. I can't get you guys. I saw you guys a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and it's like, there's always lines, and I know you're getting ready to go speak, so they put your line aside, and I appreciate you coming over to the booth with
Absolutely.
us. So, Expedition Bigfoot, caught on, paranormal caught on tape, right?
Yep.
Dude, you're busy.
I'm definitely busy. We've had like a little bit of a lull right now, so we're waiting for season 4 to get released for Expedition Bigfoot, and then Paranormal Caught on Camera just wrapped probably about a month or so ago. So I have a little bit of breathing room, but then I do these conferences and speaking gigs, which is great. Just kind of keep on getting out there.
Right.
I love doing this because I get to hear amazing encounters from people that just blow you away.
So I'm the tech guy, right?
Yeah.
I am more of I want to know what's going on in the background because I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in ghosts. That's all that kind of stuff. So when you guys are out there, you're out there for a long time, like 30, 40 days?
Yeah, we're out there for at least a month, and that gives us, time to try to get as much evidence as possible.
Right.
And oftentimes we'll be, sometimes in a season, going to 2 locations. So we may be, like the previous season, we're in California for a month, and then we're in Washington State for a month.
Right.
So, and sometimes it's just a very small break in between, and sometimes not at all. So
Right.
it's a struggle trying to balance family life, work life, and make all this work.
So let's talk about that
Yeah.
real quick. So your wife's got to be a loving lady because
She's
when you're
amazing.
gone,
Yeah.
you're gone,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it sometimes do they, so are you pre-scheduled or they go, oh, hey, by the way, like you said, well, we got to move up to this part of the country because
Right.
it's real hot right now.
Yeah. So sometimes when we get the green light to go out and film, it might be like, hey guys, we're gonna go in 4 weeks, and we're like, what? We're gonna get our stuff together, and so oftentimes you don't have enough time to plan, and
Right.
that throws everything off because you got, like I said, family life. I've lost my job several times
Right.
doing this show.
Wow.
And I kind of every season go, can I pull this off again? Can I do this again?
Right.
And, we're getting to that place now, season 4, where it's going to be coming out hopefully soon, and we're still waiting because the whole Warner Brothers merger.
Yep.
Just to kind of get going again because we feel like we're in limbo right now, which
Right.
is frustrating.
So what kind of training do you actually put yourself through to get yourself ready to go out?
I'm a big, like to go running in first thing in the morning. Prior to going out to Alaska, I was running like 5 to 7 miles every morning.
Whoa.
Just to be ready. I don't want to be losing my breath halfway
Right,
through the
right,
day
right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
be struggling. Like I want to make sure I'm like as best shape as I can, try to
Right.
hit the gym. But we do a lot of hiking and going up, walls sideways. So it's just it gets old after a while when you're doing that. But the quest of what we're trying to do
Right.
gives you that energy to keep on
But
going.
you're
I try. I'm
you
trying
are
to stay
jacked
fit.
up.
I try.
I was gonna pull that old man. You look swole. You okay? But I mean, you carry a lot of gear.
Yeah, and we try to keep it light because if we don't have to carry everything, if we can have a drop-off point or we have set up base camp, then we don't need to take everything with us all the time.
Right, right.
But initially, those first few days as we're trying to get set up, yeah, we're lugging a lot of shit.
Right.
So.
Right. So, okay. Now, a lot of times, especially when you're going mountains, valleys,
Yeah.
valleys, that's got to take a toll on you.
Oh yeah, I don't sleep that great, anyways. But when you kind of expel and do so many miles per day, you hit the tent, you pass out.
You're done.
But as soon as you hear a little snap, twig break, I'm like,
Right.
you boo, like because you're wanting to capture audio or video or thermal or something if you have something coming through camp.
Right.
Because you don't want to miss that opportunity where a Bigfoot's walking through and we're all sleeping. You know?
Yes. Hey guys, we were here, but you weren't sleeping. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So, when it comes into what's the longest trek you've done on the show so far?
I would say, well, Washington State, the great thing about that is we went there twice.
Right.
So, getting the chance to kind of go back after the forest fires, to go back to the same location is like we saved so much time in trying to find the optimal place. It's like hit it right back to where we were.
Right.
And it immediately like kicked back into gear, which was awesome because then we're able to capture a lot more evidence. And this past season, capturing the shadow, what I believe was a Bigfoot cloaking that we created, the shadow puppet, was for me rewarding because I was like, this is the type of evidence I'm trying to capture.
Right.
That these things are not animals. There's something else going on.
Right.
I do believe that they are, for lack of a better term, interdimensional, whatever you want to call it. Just because my own personal experiences. With dealing with seeing one like cloaking when I was 11 in Massachusetts, which didn't make sense to me because I'm like, there's no Bigfoot out here. You know?
Right.
And then orbs and all these other things. Salt Fork State Park, seeing a ball of light split into two eyes become this 8-foot shadow that ran in front of us. Those things like this isn't an animal. There's something else going on. So that's what I'm trying to bring, I think, forth. To the greater public, that there's a lot of people that have had these experiences and they're not sharing them because they're so taboo or weird or strange.
Forbid you talk about it because everybody thinks you're crazy.
Yeah. So if I can help shepherd that in the sense of like, hey, these things are going on, and I think what helps is the recent UFO
the release
disclosure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I think that is putting it into motion where the number 2 biggest question mark is Bigfoot when it comes to UFOs.
I tell you, watching the shows, I think the to me that what gripped me in the most is the season where you guys got into the tunnel.
Yes.
That whole area, and then you found the whole bedding down area where all the bones were. I mean, they were clean.
Yeah.
I'm like going, oh, now that's undeniable.
That was weird. To Russ is like, I want you guys to see this kill site, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, there were deer body parts and legs, and there was bones, but there was still like fresh like deer legs that were there. I'm like, what the heck is doing this? So, and we're right smack dab in a lot of Bigfoot activity.
Phenomenal. So 5 years.
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going to be in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully still doing the show.
Baby.
I really do think, the show has legs to hit like a season 10. And hopefully we've gathered a lot more evidence than we already have that people are like standing up and taking notice,
I tell you, I think, and I know I'm talking big and just because it's from my world, but you guys have spawned the other smaller groups they are really serious, getting serious about it. Before it was like, oh yeah, I go out in the woods and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I've noticed all across the country way more research teams.
Yeah.
And they're getting it.
And sophisticated, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
They're pulling in the tech. They're pulling in doctors to help them, biologists and different. So I think seeing that, and Dr. Maria having another scientist, we've had Dr. Jeff Meldrum for quite some time, which we need, and we need more scientists like him and Dr. Maria that, Dr. Jeff will tell me, he's like, I'm not a believer, but I'm convinced.
I'm convinced,
and
right?
I like that. I appreciate that. He's like, I've seen enough evidence that I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a believer, but
I remember when he was first on, it was like, well, he was always the guy that kind of patted it down.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'm convinced.
And I believe in that Bigfoot exists. I believe in UFOs and all this.
Absolutely.
And I think having those personal experiences helps cement that.
Right.
But, I want to kind of come at it where I feel like there needs to be more unification of the believers out there to kind of help. There's skeptics that will never accept this, right?
Right.
That they're never going to go,
Yep.
this is real, this is not.
Right.
That's fine. It's not for you.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to get those other ones that are on the fence. And I think that's
Come on over
our
to
mission.
come over to the Bigfoot
Yeah,
side. We
yeah.
got sticks.
That's right. We got structures.
It's it. Ronnie, thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're busy, man, and I appreciate you coming
Oh,
over and
thank you
taking
so
some
much.
time with us. All right, everybody, stick around. We'll be back with some more great guests like Ronnie.
See you guys.
Here we
go.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
we're
we're
back.
back.
Wow.
We didn't get a countdown.
Wow.
That's all right. We're good.
We're good.
We were ready.
That was a good interview.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That literally-
and you've got more interviews that
I've
we'll
got
show on future episodes.
6 or 7. Yeah. So we're starting a new show.
We are.
We are. It's called The Cryptid Crew.
Hey, there we go.
And then we're going to start another show called AIA TV. And that is all aliens and all that kind of stuff.
Intelligent.
So, yeah, we're
All
gonna
right.
we're gonna
Sweet.
go we're gonna
You're gonna
branch
go all
out.
in.
We are. Area 52 TV is going to expand.
Hey, it fits the branding. Come on.
So-
I mean, look at our logo.
Right,
So,
exactly. So the next we're gonna jump right into this because this was a good topic and I wanted to have more time.
This was important to me because I've been following Babylon 5. J. Michael Straczynski, the great writer, has been teasing the reboot for Babylon 5 for
Right.
a while. And we were all terrified that the writer's strike was going to slow it up or it wasn't going to happen. There was all these things going on with it. And then CW was going to have it, and then they canceled it because of the whole buyout. Then HBO was going to do it because it's been streaming on HBO, like a huge success on HBO
Right.
Max. Well, now Max is going to become Max, and maybe they're not going to do it. But then J. Michael Straczynski said, just hang on. I do have an important announcement. It's nothing to do with the show. We're making an animated movie, a sequel, not a reboot, not anything. And we're all like, well, half the cast is dead. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't do a Picard with the whole cast.
No, you can't.
But you could do it with voiceover actors.
That's right.
And what few actors you got left. As long as Claudia Christensen's on as Ivanova, I'm in. But Jerry Doyle's gone, and some Peter Jurassic's gone. They're all, and Stephen Furst. So, it's good that they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
So, but that got me thinking. What
Right.
other shows could
they do?
Could they do
Kinda
as an
cool,
animated
right?
series?
Right.
That because for some reason the actors are too old or have refused to do the part again.
Right.
Or hey, it's the budget. Animated isn't cheap, but it's cheaper than
Right.
trying to do full scale sci-fi.
I'm going to ask you right now because one of the shows you have on here is Ash versus the Evil Dead. I thought
'Cause
that
he
was already
loves
done.
It was done as a series,
live action,
a regular
yeah.
series.
No, but I thought it was done as an anime.
No. They did it
not
as a
been done-
video game. They did a video game called Evil Dead where they brought back all the characters
Okay.
from that. So that's exactly why I was like, oh, you've already got 3D models of this. You could do this as a computer animated and it would look amazing.
Right.
And you get Bruce Campbell, you get, Dana DeLorenzo. She still loves the show. You get Lucy Lawless back. You could get, Ted Raimi back, even though his character died, but you could figure ways out. It's animated. You can do whatever. They did that. There was a show called Todd versus the Book of Evil. It was a Canadian show. And it was basically Buffy meets South Park. It was a pretty funny show.
Okay.
And they did
All right.
3 seasons. Jason Mewes played the school janitor and all this. And they did an animated follow-up movie because they couldn't get the rights to the 4th season. And they made a big 2-hour animated blowout tying up all the loose ends. So I would love to see them do a sequel to Ash vs. Evil Dead because Bruce has said he's not going to ever be Ash again live action because he's 60 years old. He doesn't need to be covered in blood and beating people up as much as we want to see that. And so that's why I'm saying, hey, let's do it as an animated because the show took off once it left Stars and started on Netflix.
Yep.
But it had already been canceled.
Right.
Because even Bruce even says, when he said, hey, we're doing an Evil Dead, and they're like, great, what's it on? Stars. What's that?
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who all here paid for Stars for Ash vs. Evil Dead? Me. And that was it. And then as soon as they canceled it, I stopped Stars.
Yeah. But the next one, I'm absolutely, totally 100% behind, a Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Lucy Lawless again.
Oh, yeah.
Renee O'Connor.
And
still-
she's got to
yeah.
be drawn right too.
Yeah, it got to be drawn just like that, and it would be a great season. I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, I think they would do really, really
Did I-
well
did
with
I
that.
skip one?
We skipped a couple, but it's
Oh no,
okay.
we're gonna go
That's-
back to that.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, but no, Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think Xena was fantastic first time, and you could do Hercules with it, and that would be the
Nah,
nice
throw
thing
him
to
in.
mix them in. But
Hercules is overdone.
it was.
I'm done.
Well,
Yeah,
that Hercules was great.
It
'Cause
was a good
tied
show.
into it.
Yeah, and it tied in, and a lot of the characters you could bring
Intertwined.
back. And again, 20 years later, some of them aren't as spry as they used to be. So animated is perfect for that.
But
they did do a Hercules Xena animated movie,
right.
that was done on like a shoestring budget, and it was terrible.
Horrible.
But
AI could have done better.
yeah, exactly. I think that one's ripe for it.
But the only reason I wanted to jump to that one first because I don't want to
Yeah.
run out of time on
No,
that.
no,
So
no,
we're gonna
but-
go back up to Battlestar Galactica.
OG Battlestar Galactica,
The old-
not
yes.
the Sci-Fi Channel.
No,
That was a great thing, and it did a full story.
It was, but
This got cut off in its prime, barely a season.
and that's horrible.
And I think they could have done so much more with that. Bring it back as a animated. We're all in, man.
Absolutely.
This is Friday night, 7:00.
God, yeah.
An hour episodes.
That
I'd
would
do
be
that.
date night.
Yeah,
Me and
hell
my
yeah.
wife watching. So and then Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Of course,
Another
because
great show.
I'm a Bruce Campbell junkie, and it was a wild show. It was the first Fox television show. It actually had better ratings than its follow-up, The X-Files, but because it was more expensive to produce, they cut it off.
Yeah.
And it was basically sci-fi, Western, Wild Wild West style. Again, you have to do it animated because a couple of the actors are passed
no
away.
longer with us,
You'd have
right.
to recast it. But Bruce doing voiceover, the horse Comet would be a lot better because the horse that
Do you
thinks
think
it's a
you would
human.
hear the age?
I don't think so. Bruce,
No.
I can. When he did the video game, he did all the various versions of Ash,
Right.
And they made him young, old. That again, it's a few digital tricks to make
Yeah,
him younger,
true.
but it sounded perfect. I don't know how much they did on it. Okay, Mike, you had a couple.
Yes. So Buck Rogers.
I agree.
Buck
Gil
Rogers.
Gerard could come back for
Yeah.
that. Aaron Gray could come back for that.
Gil Gerard would never be able to do this voice.
No, he wouldn't be able to do his voice like he used to. But he does cons and stuff. But
have to get
bitty.
somebody else to do
Bitty,
Yeah.
bitty,
Twiggy.
Mel Blanc,
bitty,
yeah,
bitty,
you can
bitty,
get somebody
bitty,
to do that. So, but no, I'd love to see that show continue. I mean, it's designed for
Okay, so don't say the
animation.
next one. I knew this one was going to make it.
Oh, somebody had to play this one.
because he loves Firefly.
Yeah,
Of course.
Well, even Amanda, that was her
Yeah.
chime in when
Yeah.
she was going to possibly be on the episode Firefly.
But because we never got the whole.
well, we got the movie. It ended the whole story.
It's done. It's complete.
No,
I'm
Firefly.
fine with it. But
Because they continued in the comics too. It's
but
still
then-
going.
yeah, again, I wouldn't say as well as the follow-up show that you also picked. Now, I agree. This would be a great animated series.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy, let's
Yes.
do some more Joss Whedon goodness. But
Yes.
because they were talking about a reboot with a younger character and and all this. No, let's follow them out of the Hellmouth, take them to Cleveland
Because they're
and
all still alive. They can
they
definitely
can all
do the
the
voiceover.
voices. The few that have passed away would be easy to replace.
Yep.
But none of the major characters.
Yeah,
but,
none of the major I know.
but then again, Xander's got issues.
yeah, we
so,
can. Someone else can replace him.
This last one, I had
that's
to
fine.
disagree with you.
I don't.
So
think
it was
it'd be
funny.
animated.
It was funny when Cage messaged me. First,
Yeah.
he said, "Who's the two chicks that Mark put in there in some
Oh yeah, no.
medieval wear?" I'm like, "Oh, I know that one." Then he goes, "The douche." And I said this out loud in the office. The douchebag on the car, and Lisa goes, "Knight Rider," not even knowing what I'm talking about. She goes, "Is that what you're talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what he asked."
Yeah. Now, see,
Nah.
again,
You
the
lost
guy
me
who does
on
the
this
voice for Kit can still do the
He's
voice.
still
for Kit.
alive.
Yeah, but I don't know if
Oh.
the Hoff could. But again, it wasn't an animated style show. It was a cop procedural.
Yeah.
Where occasionally the car would do something fun.
It would be like going backwards in Transformers.
It was kind of like watching the older Incredible Hulk show from the 70s,
Yeah.
where you watch.
It's hard to
you
watch.
watch 45 minutes of Bruce or David
Yeah.
Banner being stupid, and and then you got your 10 minutes of
minutes.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, and then the tie up.
Yeah.
and it's like that would be Knight Rider. It would be
I
45
think-
minutes of stupid stuff, and then 10 minutes of Knight Rider doing.
I
cool
think if
cars.
Cage went back and actually watched Xena Warrior Princess,
Oh, he'd be all in.
Oh, hell.
It was a
yeah.
good show. It was it and Buffy were the first two shows to have like a continuing story arc for a season
Right.
and stuff like that. And Deep Space Nine, I think, started it right around then too. Those were the three shows where it didn't matter. You couldn't just do episode of the week. You actually had.
Well,
to,
I know they're talking about doing a Smallville animated.
Yeah, that would be okay. Again, that makes
Another
sense. 'cause-
Superman? No.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
the continuation
love
of Smallville.
Yeah,
but-
yeah,
yeah.
nah. It's done.
Yeah,
Put a
no,
fork in that
this
crap.
from a guy who worked on Superboy. No.
Yeah. As much as I love my Superman, I just am at a point now where DC and Marvel, you can't come.
Well, the one cool
just
thing-
don't, just stop.
The cool thing about the Babylon 5 animated, I was like a little nervous. I'm like animated, but it's made by the guys who've been doing the DC animated movies, which have been amazing.
Are great.
Yeah, I can't think of a bad one in the bunch. I mean, maybe a couple of them were not aces, but they were still pretty solid. Even that new one with the Superman and Batman's kid, that was still pretty fun. And the Doom that came to Gotham, the new one that's unbelievable. Mike Mignola artwork animated. I was like, yeah, I'm in. And speaking of that, we're out of time.
Oh my gosh.
It flew by.
It flew by. It was me. I ate up a lot of the time with our videos. So,
Yeah, but it's all good.
but it's a good thing because those were, and we have like 11, 12 more.
Exactly,
I mean, and
so
some are
it's-
not even edited yet. We're in heavy production right
Well,
now.
you guys did tons there, and it was amazing. And now this weekend, I'll be at Sunshine Scare,
Yep, Sunshine.
which is down in St. Pete, down at the Coliseum. Feel free
I'll be
to
at the
join us.
Rowdies. Come see us.
Yep.
Win again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yep,
That'd be awesome.
And
then,
Mike is. are
I'm
you
not
in?
doing anything.
He ain't
this
doing
weekend.
anything.
No,
Doing
come on down to
anything.
Sunshine Scare.
There you go.
and
So
meet the
thank you
cast
for
of
watching,
Tokyo Ghoul.
everybody. We do appreciate it. Taking hanging in there with us. And we'll see everybody.
We'll see you
Well,
soon.
they'll see you next week.
We're out.
No,
be here.
bye.